This is intense. Billionaire advertiser secured by KimPau for a world tour. Truth silences all doubts. Hi there, welcome to Celeb Buzz, the hotspot for everything celebrity. From red carpet reveals to behind the scenes drama, we've got the buzz you crave. If you love staying in the loop, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share the love with your friends. Let's dive into today's celeb scoop. The conversation surrounding Chiu and Paulo Avelino has reached a whole new level after reports surfaced about a high-stakes partnership tied to what fans are now calling a potential world tour. What initially sounded like speculation quickly gained momentum as more details began to circulate, pointing toward the involvement of a powerful, high-profile advertiser, described by many as a billionaire-level backer. The impact of this revelation has been immediate, not only because of its scale but because of what it represents: validation, influence, and a shift in how KimPau is being positioned on a much larger stage. For months, fans have followed every interaction, every public appearance, and every subtle moment shared between the two. Their connection has consistently generated attention, but not without skepticism. There have always been questions about the depth of their collaboration, about the sustainability of their momentum, and about whether their growing popularity could translate into something truly global. Now, with the emergence of this advertiser-backed project, those doubts are being challenged in a very direct way. The phrase, billionaire-level alone has been enough to spark intense curiosity. In an industry where partnerships often determine reach and visibility, securing support from a major financial entity signals more than just popularity, it signals confidence from those who operate at the highest levels of business and branding. Whether the exact identity of this advertiser is confirmed or not, the mere association has already elevated the conversation. What makes this development particularly compelling is the idea of a world tour. While details remain limited, the concept itself carries weight. A world tour implies scale, coordination, and a level of demand that extends far beyond a single region. It suggests that Kim and Paulo are not just being seen as local or even regional figures, but as personalities with the potential to connect with audiences across different markets. For Chiu, this moment aligns with a career that has consistently evolved. From her early days in the spotlight to her current position as a widely recognized figure, she has demonstrated an ability to adapt, grow, and maintain relevance. Being linked to a project of this magnitude reinforces the idea that her appeal is not limited, it continues to expand. For Paulo Avelino, the development adds another dimension to his already established reputation. Known for his depth and selectivity, Paulo has built a career that prioritizes substance. His involvement in a large-scale, advertiser-backed initiative suggests a deliberate step into a broader space, one that balances his established image with new opportunities. The phrase, "nasupal pal ng katotohanan," loosely translated as being overwhelmed or silenced by the truth, has become central to how fans are interpreting this moment. It reflects a sense that whatever doubts once existed are now being confronted by tangible developments. It's not just about speculation anymore. It's about visible movement, about actions that speak louder than assumptions. Social media has once again played a critical role in amplifying the narrative. Discussions have shifted from questioning possibilities to analyzing implications. Fans are now asking different questions. What markets will be included in the tour? What kind of content or performances can be expected? How will this partnership shape future projects? The tone has moved from uncertainty to anticipation. There is also a growing sense of pride among supporters. Seeing KimPau associated with something on this scale feels like a collective achievement for those who have followed their journey closely. It validates the attention, the support, and the belief that fans have invested over time. Moments like this create a shared sense of progress, where success is not just observed but felt. At the same time, the situation highlights the power of timing. This development doesn't exist in isolation. It comes after a series of high-impact moments, from emotional celebrations to widely discussed interactions. Each of those moments contributed to building momentum, creating an environment where a major announcement like this feels both surprising and, in some ways, inevitable. The involvement of a major advertiser also introduces new dynamics. It raises expectations, not just in terms of scale but in terms of execution. A project backed by significant financial resources carries a level of accountability. It must deliver, it must resonate, and it must justify the investment. This adds a layer of pressure, but also an opportunity to redefine what KimPau can achieve. Despite the excitement, there remains an element of mystery. Key details have yet to be fully confirmed, leaving room for interpretation and ongoing discussion. This uncertainty, rather than diminishing interest, actually sustains it. It keeps the narrative active, encouraging fans to stay engaged and attentive to new developments. One of the most notable aspects of this moment is how it shifts perception. Kim and Paulo are no longer just being viewed through the lens of individual success or on-screen chemistry. They are being positioned as a collaborative force with the potential to operate on a much larger scale. This transition, from admired personalities to strategic partners in a global initiative, is significant. As conversations continue to evolve, one thing becomes clear: this is more than just a headline. It represents a turning point, a moment where speculation meets reality and where possibility begins to take concrete form. Whether every detail unfolds exactly as anticipated or not, the impact has already been made. In the end, the idea of a billionaire advertiser backing a world tour is not just about scale, it's about direction. It signals where things might be heading, what kind of opportunities are opening up, and how Kim and Paulo are being positioned within a broader context. It challenges previous assumptions and replaces them with new possibilities. For fans, observers, and even skeptics, this moment serves as a reminder that narratives can change quickly when supported by real developments. What once seemed uncertain now carries a different weight, shaped by actions rather than speculation. And as the story continues to unfold, one thing remains certain: the journey of KimPau has entered a new phase, one defined not just by attention, but by ambition, scale, and the undeniable force of momentum. That's the latest from Celeb Buzz. If you enjoyed the scoop, smash that like button, subscribe for more star-studded updates, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Share this video with your fellow celeb fans, and we'll see you in the next buzz.